Greetings everyone, Craig Hester here with the Détente Watch Group. Today we are looking at the Energia 2 from Vostok Europe and its separated components. Well, I took apart my prototype Energia so I could show you guys the components of the watch. I didn't take everything completely apart, but I took it apart enough to give you some of the idea about how this watch is put together and some of the cool features. I don't know if you can catch it there, but this is number 000 of 999. Now the actual edition ended up being 3,000 pieces. This is a prototype. This is my first ever prototype of a Vostok Europe. This was a gift to me for Christmas from Igor Zavosky, the managing director of Vostok Europe, for all our years of service as their exclusive distributor in North America. And I got to tell you guys, this one I'm so excited to have in my collection. I know you're like, are you crazy to take it apart? Well, I did that for you guys so you can see the elements of it. This is a pre-patinaed one. That means that they have a local artisan in Vilnius, Lithuania, who actually hand applies through a chemical process the patina. This is the case back. You can see that this is 30 ATM water resistant watch. It does have the tritium tubes. There you see Energia rocket, all bronze case. This is actually put on the back of the watch with 4 screws, which you can see really tiny right down here. These are the 4 screws that put the case back on the back of the watch. The big thing I want to make sure I get to today is showing you how the tritium tubes are done on this watch. If you're not familiar with Vostok Europe, they are a boutique watch brand based in Vilnius, Lithuania. They hand assemble every watch there. I like to say they start with a blank piece of paper, or more accurately, a blank computer screen, and they finish with a completed watch. For a watch brand their size, it's amazing everything that goes into how they build a watch. They literally start from scratch and finish with a custom built watch. They love tritium illumination. Tritium illumination is these laser sealed glass tubes that you see there on the indicators in the chapter ring that have a substance called tritium in them that activates the luminous material all the time, so you don't have to charge up the watch in the sun and it won't fade. It's going to be constant illumination. Now you've seen the stand-up tritium tubes that Vostok Europe did in the Luna Code 2. These are laying down, but look at those V-shaped reflectors that they created. What Vostok Europe likes to do is find every way possible to maximize the amount of illumination they get out of the tritium tubes. Now, a lot of people ask, why don't they do T100? Because this is a T25, as you can see there. The problem is that T100 really has very few countries that it can be imported into. The U.S. is one of them, but if we did a T100, we would have to do them all pretty much here in the U.S. So they stick with T25, but they do everything they can to create methods to increase the luminosity, because what's happening there is the sides of the tritium tube are reflecting off of these V-shaped reflectors, kind of like the thing you use to put a suntan on your face. So it gives a greater oomph to the illumination from the tritium tubes. Look at that beautiful dial. The dial work on this is just awesome. The Energia 2 is an amazing timepiece. Again, this one is all pre-patinaed. It'll come to you, unless you pick up a pre-patina, which we're actually not selling in the US yet, but we will. It'll come as a polished bronze look, and then over time a patina will develop naturally, but this one was done in advance on this beautiful prototype, which again is a part of my personal collection, and no guys, it's not for sale. Now I wanted to show too, look at this strap system. This is the bar that holds the strap in place. Just phenomenal. Look at the size of that thing. That's the bar that holds the strap in place. It just shows you the quality of construction. And I wanted to show you on this one, it's really interesting because of the fact that it has this split lug strap that goes in here like this. Okay? When you go to change it to the silicone strap that comes with the watch, you actually have to take these little round bronze or stainless or titanium, depending upon which style you bought, out and put them in the other strap before you put the bar back in place to put it back on the watch. So it's just an amazingly interesting system. Again, this is a 300-meter water-resistant timepiece. It comes with the tritium tubes. It's got the NH35 movement in it, and this is the first time, I think it's the first time they've done the exhibition case back with the NH35. If it's not, it's one of the, they haven't done it very often. And again, the case back is screwed on. And again, like I like to point out, they use the metal movement holders, which is just a sign of quality. There's nothing wrong with plastic movement holders. And there are many dress watches or lighter duty watches that's just fine for. Even heavier duty watches have plastic movement holders. But Vostok Europe, because they are so committed to the quality of construction and to the water resistant levels that they get out of their watches, they use the metal movement holders. So again, this is the Vostok Europe Energia 2 from my personal collection, a prototype gift from Vostok Europe. This one I will wear with pride for many, many years. And thank you for your time and attention, and keep watching.